The Antioxidant Concept. Imagine you are taking handfuls of antioxidant vitamins every day because you think they build a shield against aging. This habit comes from an old theory that said free radicals break our bodies down and vitamins can stop them. Inside your cells, oxygen creates reactive molecules that people used to view as tiny killers, damaging your DNA. But here is the problem that scientists discovered during recent clinical trials with real people. Overloading your body with high-dose antioxidants actually shuts down your cells' natural warning systems. The real danger is that your cells actually need a small amount of this exact stress to trigger their own internal repair networks. What would happen if you permanently turn off this natural alarm is that your body loses its built-in resilience. Science now proves that blocking these stress signals leaves your tissues weaker and less able to defend themselves against normal daily wear and tear. The caloric restriction view, cutting your food intake to extreme lows, is often marketed as the ultimate secret to living a longer life. This practice comes from the starvation myth, which suggests that staying hungry forces your body into a protective survival mode. This idea became famous because basic laboratory organisms sometimes live longer when food is scarce. But here is where it gets worse when we apply this extreme method to the human body. Long-term health studies have exposed a harsh reality about starving yourself for longevity purposes. The real danger is that failing to eat enough energy destroys your muscle mass, weakens your bones, and upsets your hormone levels. What happens if you lose your muscle mass is a rapid increase in physical frailty and a weakened immune system. Modern medical research has shifted away from extreme starvation and now focuses on eating nutrient-dense foods to protect vital body tissues. The Resveratrol Evidence. Drinking red wine to turn on a legendary longevity gene became the world's favorite health excuse. This belief created the resveratrol miracle myth based on early lab tests showing a wine compound could extend the lifespan of tiny worms and yeast. People rushed to buy supplements, hoping the molecule would shield their heart and cells from aging. But here is the massive problem that human clinical trials eventually brought to light. The real danger is that resveratrol has terrible bioavailability in humans, meaning our digestive systems destroy it before it ever reaches our blood. To get the same dose that worked on cells in the lab, you would have to drink over 1,000 bottles of wine every single day. Human clinical trials tracking this supplement have concluded that standard pills fail to show any real anti-aging benefits for your heart or cells. The genetic contribution. Believing that your health destiny is entirely locked inside the DNA you inherited from your parents is a major mental trap. This is the genetic determinism myth, which falsely claims your family history controls exactly how fast your body must fall apart. The excitement over mapping human genes led many people to feel like helpless passengers waiting for a countdown clock to expire. But here is the incredible twist discovered through modern twin studies and the science of epigenetics. The real danger is that blaming your genes makes you ignore the fact that daily habits actively control how your DNA behaves. What happens if you live an unhealthy lifestyle is that you flip on the bad genetic switches and turn off the protective ones. Science confirms that your environment, daily movement, and sleep quality actually control over 80% of your cellular aging rate. The Telomere Research. Buying expensive pills that promise to artificially rebuild your DNA caps sounds like the ultimate fountain of youth. This trend created the telomere extension myth, built around the discovery that the protective tips on our chromosomes naturally get shorter as we get older. The theory claimed that stopping this shortening process would keep our cells young forever and rebuild aging organs. But here is the critical paradox that modern biological research has revealed. The real danger is that forcing cells to live past their natural expiration date can cause them to grow out of control. Nature intentionally shortens your telomeres as a safety switch to make sure old damaged cells stop multiplying. Interfering with this natural defense mechanism can upset your body's balance and lead to serious health risks rather than a longer life. The stem cell trials. Traveling to unregulated offshore clinics for experimental injections promises a complete reset of your physical age. This practice represents the unproven rejuvenation myth, which treats experimental cell therapies as a magical cure-all that can rebuild worn-out joints and organs on command. The idea is based on real science showing that specialized cells help the body heal injuries. But here is where the reality turns highly dangerous inside the world of unverified medical tourism. The real danger is that unapproved procedures can trigger violent immune reactions or cause abnormal growths inside your body. What happens if you get these treatments without strict medical oversight is they can permanently ruin otherwise healthy organs. True medical science confirms that regenerative medicine is still in its early stages and requires safe, highly regulated hospital environments. The growth hormone data, using synthetic growth hormones to get back the energy and muscle tone of your youth, is a risky shortcut that usually backfires. This is the hormone replacement myth, which suggests that pumping youth hormones back into your body will naturally turn back the clock. While these hormones are necessary when we are growing up, taking them without a real medical deficiency causes a chaotic chain reaction. But here is the problem with forcing an adult body into an artificial growth state. The real danger is that excessive growth hormone levels cause severe joint pain, carpal tunnel syndrome, and heavily increase your risk of developing diabetes. What would happen if you override your body's chemical balance is a breakdown of your metabolic health. True longevity focuses on balancing hormones naturally through deep sleep, clean nutrition, and strength training. The plasma infusion studies. Injecting yourself with the blood plasma of young donors to reverse the aging process sounds like a creepy science fiction movie. This represents the young blood transfusion myth, which started when lab researchers connected the blood supplies of two mice. The temporary positive changes seen in the older mice launched a wave of expensive, unverified health clinics for humans. But here is the problem that strict human trials and government safety agencies quickly pointed out. The real danger is that the human body is highly complex, and foreign blood infusions carry massive risks like severe lung damage and life-threatening allergic reactions. Clinical trials have found zero proof that these young blood injections reverse biological aging or cure age-related decline. True vitality comes from taking care of your internal organs, not from importing blood. If you want to understand how your body actually works as you get older, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our next visual manual. Also, let me know down in the comments which of these myths surprised you the most, or if there is a specific longevity trend you want us to look into next.